So today we're going to be taking a look at the ship that needs no introduction, the Toyota Camry. Actually, wait, it does need an introduction. Let's have a look. So this is the RSI Aurora. This is the mark. This is the foundation festival for this year that they did. As I fly it, we'll go throughout the build and stuff like that. Kind of show the components off and things like that. This is a ship, it's a starter ship, quote unquote. It gets kind of overlooked pretty quickly for bounty hunting, PvE, PvP, stuff like that. So today, I just thought maybe we would go and do every available contract for bounty hunting. So basically what I want to do is start at very low risk and just kind of work my way up towards very high risk. I'm not going to do ERTs. While it's possible to do ERTs, it's just not, it's not something that's like worth your time. I think it's, you can kill a hammerhead in this ship. I do not doubt that in any way, shape, or form. I've seen it done. However, I just don't think that it's worth your time when you could just go get another ship. But people do underestimate this ship, so I do believe wholeheartely that the Aurora is a very strong, very strong ship. A lot stronger than people make it out to be. If you're enjoying the content, check out my referral code for Star Citizen. If you do want to get into Star Citizen, there he is. Oh god, we gotta fly to this one. Fuck me, I think I'm just gonna fly. Actually, I'm gonna do a cancel here. Quick tip. We go fly here, and then get system, kill my engines to reset this and make sure I maintain atmosphere. Pop on cruise control, and we're going to talk about this build a little bit. So it is 4 Bulldogs, I believe. So yeah, 4 Bulldogs, standard FR. I think this is the 66 and JS 300 for shields and power plant. Where this build differs is for the coolers I use 1 industrial grade A and 1 competition grade A. So the competition has a very quick response time as far as the coolant pump goes, and the other one has a big reservoir of coolant. That's how it's been explained to me. Whether that's how that works or not, I'm not sure. I know that I have done a lot of PvP in this ship. I have been shot down a lot of times in this ship, but I have also won fights that I should not have won fights. So I want to go through very low risk, medium risk, high risk, very high risk, and then see if I can hunt a PvP bounty and see if we can get a PvP bounty. That would be super sick. I would be super happy with that. Don't know if the PvP bounty will happen or not. Sometimes you will hunt a guy and it takes like 2-3 hours, and then he just ends up going and switching to a Hornet Ghost with the most meta setup you've ever seen in your life, and then he shoots you down. Don't ask me how I know that that's a thing that happens. Normally in bounties you'd want to just shoot down the target and then kind of dip. For me today, I think I'm going to shoot down every single target at every single location, just so you guys can kind of see the power of the Aurora. I'm not seeing any targets here. There they are. Since I'm shooting down everybody, I'm just going here. This is my target anyway. Flying the Aurora in Atmo is like, how can you explain it? It's like flying a brick.
Shit.
And I'm not using my gimbals right now. I probably should. Power. Pop my gimbals on. So used to flying without the gimbals. The gimbals do help. Look at that hit rate. So he's dead. I'm gonna look for our next target about here. I'm just gonna keep that gimbal on him. And it's not flying too bad. I think this atmosphere is pretty light. This entire time I'm strafing, sinking, rising. I could do a more in-depth tutorial on how I do these for fun. I fly dogfighting just completely for fun. I'm not looking to kind of I'm not looking for like super fast. I can. I'm working towards a retaliator, and then I'll kind of work up a workflow on how I'm going to very quickly make money. Let's go for low risk here. So that was very low risk, super straightforward. Just doing some strafing moves. Aurora handles it well. It's no issue at all. That's on Daymar, so what I'll do is I'll jump to Olisar, and then I'll jump to Daymar. It's so disrespected. This ship, I feel so disrespected. I have shot down Gladiuses. I've shot down Hornets, Super Hornets. I've shot down Hurricanes in PvP. I've shot down like all sorts of, like every Origin ship known to man. Oh, he's at Brios. Might even be able to just find some PvP over here. There's sometimes pirates like to set at Brios. So yeah, it has a couple little missiles. They're not like super nice or anything. The weapons aren't super nice or anything. But like I said, you can shoot down most of everything in the game with this ship. If you manage your power correctly. I've had many opportunities to kill a ship and then they just kind of jump away. Just because of whatever. But, you know, that's me not managing my power correctly. That's me not putting power into thrusters or into shields or into guns when it's necessary. And I'll burn through my boost and not manage my boost because I'm still learning all the game mechanics. But yeah, it's definitely difficult to fly in Atmo. It's difficult to fly in a few other scenarios. But for the most part, unless you're facing somebody who's very knowledgeable and understands the game mechanics, as long as you're dogfighting what I would call correct, then you'll be fine. See how it's kind of hard to strafe in atmosphere here with this thing. Fighting another Aurora here, just a little boost to just kind of keep on him here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and pull hard up here and gain some speed. This is an eclipse, so this is going to be a little bit harder. I'm stalling. It's okay. Keeping an eye on my altimeter because I'm on the dark side here, so I don't want to accidentally fuck up and end up smashing into the ground. Missile. I did not set my triple missile up. Bummed by my decision to not do that. Okay, just avoid that debris. Let's go ahead and set up our decoys here. So we got our decoys set on 3 now. Go after this guy. Boosting hard just to kind of get my nose around onto him, and we're here. I'm stalling out now. I'm going to boost hard. Obviously this isn't proper. Like, Like, there's plenty of people who would probably tell you that I'm doing it. But you see there's a Super Hornet down there. Guarantee you that that's a pirate. This is a Gladius. I think the Aurora into the Gladius matchup, and obviously this is PvE, so we're stalling out there. Obviously this is PvE, but I've fought, I don't think I've lost to a Gladius yet. I think I've fought like 4 to 5 of them, and I have not lost to one just yet. But every single one of them that I did fight was not a very good pilot, so that could be an indicator over the Gladius being a crappy ship. Or that's a group one. I don't want to do a group one. Oh, this dude's name's Buster Scruggs. I've gotta hunt him. It's a good movie, Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
You're shooting ironwork.
Appears to do, yes.
Alright, so now we're on medium. Let's go kill our medium target. If it'll see where he's at. Surprise! I'm so surprised we haven't got a mission on. What you call it? Is he really at the same place? I mean, fuck it. I'll fly right back down. Oh, we're burning in. I think, personally, this is the ugliest ship in the game. It's so ugly. It's so ugly, but let's not crash here. I know we're 3,000 kilometers up. It's so hard. Let me go. Buccaneer. These are a little bit more tanky boys. Hard. Get my nose on him. He's not moving right now. That's wrong. Took the damage. We've almost eaten through his shields.
Something for you.
Don't fire another missile at me, you bastards.
Son of a bitch!
Stop it! Stop shooting at me. The good news with this... a little laggy. The good news with this ship is... got him. Is, a little lag here, another Gladius. The ammo just regenerates so quickly. See that missile coming? I'm strafing really hard. I'm not getting a lot of strafe value out of it, but boosting here. I'm gonna turn those up and over. This is like flying a brick, like I said, so we're basically falling out of the sky a lot. The Aurora's really good at space combat, and the last time I tried to kind of do this video,
Son of a bitch!
it was all in space. And I was like, man, I really should reshoot again, just so I can get some in-atmosphere stuff so people can see how horrible this thing actually flies in atmosphere. And I didn't expect to do one and it just be all in-atmosphere stuff, so. It's kind of hard. I think this is the dead one. Yeah, I think that one's dead. This one's dead. Big strafe here. I'm basically just falling out of the sky at all times fighting these guys. Still got 2 more alive on me. match my nose. And obviously, you know, big strafe there. More missiles coming, that's fine. Running low on decoys. I want to try to, without really... I can only imagine how this ship would feel to actually fly, because it would constantly feel like you're just free falling. Free falling. So Gladius. By the way, I made a statement earlier. I was like, I like the Aurora into the Gladius. I do. I think it's a good thing, but not in atmosphere. Obviously, PvE is one thing. PvE is a lot easier. PvE is a lot more. It's something that you can, you know, pretty much anybody can do. Even in an Aurora, like this is only a medium risk, so it's not like we're doing anything crazy right now. Do you know what I mean? Like these are very easy menial tasks. You know what I mean? Now is kind of where the difficulty steps up just a little bit when we do the HRT. So we're gonna do the HRT. Yella. I hope that this is in the asteroids in Yella, because that's where the Aurora really shines, is in the asteroids of Yella. This is in the asteroid field. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look for OM1 or OM2. That's gonna allow me to see everything around the planet. OM1 is the north and 2 is the south, I'm pretty sure. I'm here. So yeah, so you can see now, turn on my cruise control, I can actually see the entire ring. So if you're having problems with like efficiency on bounty hunting around Yella, just look for OM1 or OM2, go there, and then do your jump. Go ahead and power into our weapons. So this is our HRT. When you're going into asteroid fields, you generally want to drop your speed. For me, I feel so confident in the Aurora that I just kind of go in until I'm, you know, pretty close, probably about like right, you know, about 10 Ks. Avenger, Delta. I swear there was no asteroid there. I am incredibly bummed out. I swear on everything there's no asteroid there. That must have just been an invisible. That's the first time that's ever happened to me. I've flown super fast into those every time, and just I've never had an issue. This is actually a great opportunity to show why I do like the Aurora. It's because if I was to call my Hurricane, if I was to claim my Hurricane, which I guess I'll claim it. It's 8 minutes, file a claim. My expedited time is 2 minutes and it's 4K. That's whatever, you know, that's not nothing crazy. But if I claim my Aurora,
your insurance claim has been sent.
Much cheaper. Much cheaper, much quicker. This is where it could get a little difficult. Aurora, easy work. Our guy's in a Hurricane. Try to miss him, get him moving a little bit. Gimbal's on. Let me get my decoy set back up. Okay. boost a little bit. Looking to my left here, just to avoid the asteroid. Just keeping on him. His back shield's already gone. Big asteroid there. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of rise, make sure I get around it. Little boost.
Get something with your name on it.
Oh no. Oh no. We made a collision. Oh god. He's super damaged. We're just gonna keep on him here. The Aurora, in outside of atmospheric combat, just has this great ability to just keep the nose on anything. And I'm doing a good strafe here, and I'm sinking. So you see I'm staying away from his turret. I know there's an asteroid like to the bottom right of me, so I'm just gonna stay up. Got him. So now let's go for our shield regeneration here. While we aim for the last couple here. Just hard, hard, hard. This is a Mustang Delta, so we'll burn through him very quickly. Keep the nose on him. Working a strafe here. Strafe to the one side to the right here. Keep on him. So he's dead. Let's look for our next target. Aegis Stalker. See, I just kept the nose on him there. Like, that's crazy. Trying to take out the penguin here.
Son of a bitch!
Try to joust this again. I'm just strafing to the right, keep the nose on him. Boost a little bit, keep that distance close. Strafing. He's super hurt right now. Dead. Should be one more. There's an Aurora around here somewhere, isn't there? On my little radar, should be here. Yep. Missile here. Moving. Close to this asteroid here, so I'm actually going to start with the right side strafe. We press on. We go do our very high risk target. That's a group very high risk. We just want to do a regular very high risk. Okay, this is where things get a little sketchy with the Aurora. It's a little, can get a little scary depending on the ship you're going against. Oh wait, is he actually down on the planet servers? Oh, this is gonna be real sketchy then. So, when I'm taking on VHRTs, I generally want to take on ads first because I know that the final ship is most likely gonna be a tanky son of a bitch. Very well, maybe we get a Hurricane, or we get a Vanguard, or we get something that we can actually very easily handle. It is gonna be a Vanguard. So we might just go for it first. We're out of missiles, no big deal, but what else do we got? Saber. Let's just go for whatever it gives us. Let's go for the Saber. I just know that this Vanguard can hurt us pretty badly. Buccaneer in the background. We got his shields off, that's good. One of those there. This Buccaneer down. We were just not getting strafed while we're trying to kill the other guy. take a shot on our right. Okay, so let's look. Let's look at what we got left here. Who's that? Another Buccaneer. Let's do. A little bit of boost here. Just trying to match my nose to his. Pull hard here. I don't know why sometimes the pirates kind of fight each other. It's kind of happening here. Okay, we want to kill this close target here. Joust. This is the saber. I'm sinking very hard here to avoid his weapon systems. Shoot past him here. Just don't have to deal with that anymore. Just a bad setup. So now we're on to our last in the VHRT, which is going to be our actual targets. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of shields back here. I'm actually going to joust him one time, just to avoid his big thing. We're going to put power back into our guns. Get a good gun run on him. Boosting up, just kind of flipping over the top of him here. I'm just trying to stay out of his weapon employment area. I don't want his nose facing me. So you can see here, I'm just keeping his nose away from me by sinking the ship. I'm going to go ahead and push circle out away. As soon as he brings his nose around, I'm going to take off. I don't want to deal with that. Come back around, see if I'm off of his nose. I'm still on his nose. I am on his nose, but I'm barely keeping away from it. Straight back the other way. Just staying away from his nose. Sink, 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 sink. To stay behind him here. He's going to bring his nose around, so I'm just going to boost forwards. Stay away from his nose here. Get behind him. Circle strafing up. I don't want to have to deal with his nose at all. Sinking here, just staying away from his nose. My shields are gone. He's actually been making some hits, so I'm going to go ahead and just get my shields back here. See how quickly they regenerate. Go back into main weapons. So I can fall beneath him here. He got some of his shields back too, but I'm not really worried about it. Strafing, strafing, strafing. Space bar up into him here. Sinking, sinking, sinking. Good damage to his body. Off the center line here. Up and around him. Once again, hitting that good strafe. Strafing away from him here. He's dead. It is possible to do VHRTs in these. Now you'll notice he really only hit me a couple of times, and it immediately melted through all my shields, and I did take on some damage on my right wing. How much damage? Not sure. Can't really see visually. It is showing in my damage thing down here that I do have a damaged wing. So not a big deal. Let's look at a PvP contract. We're gonna make a landing before we do that, though. Grimhex is a dangerous place to hunt bounties because other hunters will typically jump in.
Thank you. Case is here. Bounty pad assigned.
Quick landing, see if we can get a good repair, refuel. I don't think I've ever really landed at Grimhex before. Okay.
Landing gear deployed.
Let's get some chunky frames here. Flip around because I don't plan on being here very long. We'll wait for an update on our friend Bick. That's okay. I'm actually just gonna fly here and just see. Because if he's just setting in open space, then that could potentially give us a good option. I think that was just an update.
Radar contact.
Yeah, he's here. He's also in an Aurora mark.
Check fire.
Check it out. Shit. Is he moving? Yeah, he's flying. He jumped immediately. Yeah. This is the problem with bounty hunting in this game, is that people just jump away immediately. They don't even want to obtain, like, entertain the idea of actually fighting with you. They just jump away immediately. And without an interdictor, there's nothing that you can do to kind of stop them, you know? Okay, so while I've been quantuming for the last 5 hours, it looks like he's moved again. I swear, if he's in open space jumping again, I'm gonna absolutely just cry. He's out in front of me and he's just flying in open space. I don't understand. I mean, unless he's trying to interdict. Okay, it updated again. Let's see.
Radar contact.
So what you're witnessing here is me trying to fight this guy. If you have any tips on player bounty hunting, let me know. Once again, I came in way too hot. He's probably jumping already. Yeah, he's jumping. There he goes. He can. So there's the update. 24 now. So we're gaining about 1 kilometer per 5 or 6 seconds. I can't fly in atmosphere and keep up with him, and I think he's kind of like the edge of the atmosphere, sort of. Atmosphere here. I want him to be like basically beneath me. Is that him? That's him.
Radar contact. Radar contact.
He's in atmo now. I hope he's low enough to where he can jump. Go here.
Check fire.
He's trying to look for a jump. Trying to get my power back to middle so I can get some thrusters. is looking for a jump point. I'm going to use all the boost I have, but I probably won't catch him here. Just trying to jump away. There he goes. Alright guys, I really do hope you enjoyed the video. That is kind of the problem with this ship, is it's just, how are you gonna, as far as PvP goes, how are you gonna fight somebody who doesn't want to fight you? They're just gonna run, and that's just gonna be the unfortunate part, because the Aurora is not an interdictor. The Aurora is not something that can actually keep up with targets, albeit that right there was my fault. I didn't put power into my thrusters, and I kept power on my guns for too long, and then I looked down and my thrusters were completely empty. I needed to either be on a more balanced power setting, or I needed to be full thrusters just so I could chase him. I did get the shield off of him twice. The Aurora does do good damage. It is a fun ship to fly. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was my first video on Star Citizen, even though it was a shit show. I'm sorry it was such a shit show, but I mean, it was a fun video to make, and that's kind of why I'm doing it, is I just want to have fun with it. I really like showing off these ships and doing that type of stuff, so yeah. But if you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe, leave a thumbs up. Use my referral code, please, pretty please. I just need 10 of you. Just 10 of you. Give me a referral, please. I want a Gladius. I'd love to do a video on a Gladius, but I'm too broke to do that. But I have other ships that I'm going to either borrow or do something, and I'll do a similar format to this. I might change the format up a little bit, because PvP hunting bounties is just... it's like pulling teeth. So, yeah, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. Appreciate you. Thank you for watching. If you watched to the end, then you're a true OG, and I appreciate you.
Cuidado